Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to dive into the transitional rules election option under corporate tax return. As mentioned in my previous videos, this is another one-time election which is irrevocable and it has to be selected during your first UAE corporate tax return before 30th September 2025. Let's look into what is transitional rules, whom is it applicable to, and what all assets are available for taking this option, what it means, etc. So, what is transitional rules? Transitional rules act as a crucial bridge between the previous tax-free system and the new corporate tax regime in UAE. This gives benefit to the businesses to adjust their gains or losses for holding the qualifying assets or liabilities prior to the first tax period. So, UAE corporate tax law states that there are three major financial statement areas which the businesses can gain this benefit on. First, immobile property, intangible asset, and lastly, financial assets or financial liabilities. Immobile property definition is given under the cabinet decision. Intangible asset and financial assets or financial liabilities, the definition is to be taken from the IFRS accounting standard. Three general conditions has to be satisfied in order for an asset or liability to become a qualifying asset or liability. The first condition is that it has to be owned by the entity in the books prior to first tax period. The second condition is that the asset or the liability should be recognized in the books at historical cost basis. The third condition is that the asset or the liability should be disposed of or deemed to be disposed of either during or after the first tax period. Now, how much is the gain or loss that the company can benefit from? This can be identified from two methods. One is the valuation method and the second one is the time apportionment method. Ministerial Decision number 120 of 2023 outlines the transitional rules under the corporate tax election. This particular chart gives a brief comparison of the three assets discussed in the decision. Accordingly, if you have an immobile property, you could exclude the gains by using any of the two methods mentioned earlier. But when you are filing your returns, you would have to give the details every asset wise. Meaning, if you have three assets, then for whichever asset you would like to take the benefit, you would have to mention it in your return. In the case of intangible assets, you could exclude the gain from the taxable income by using the time apportionment method, but this becomes applicable to all your assets. You cannot pick choose the assets. This is same even for the financial assets or liabilities, but in the case of financial assets or liabilities, you could exclude both gains and losses and you can use only valuation method. Here are a few assets or liabilities that can be considered for transitional rules provided the conditions as mentioned in the decision are satisfied. Land, building, or if you have any equipment which is permanently fixed, then those can be considered under immobile property. Immobile property, it can be recognized in the books either under property, plant and equipment, investment property, or inventories. It depends. The corporate tax law doesn't specify anything about it. So, in my opinion, you could consider wherever it is recognized as long as it is an immovable property. Under intangible assets, some of the examples could include patents, copyrights, brands, etc. Qualifying financial assets or liabilities, the examples could include when you have investments in shares or bonds at amortized cost, or if you have a loan receivable, loan payables, etc. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you would have received a brief overview of the transitional rules under corporate tax return. Stay tuned for the next video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.